job is so awesome. I love my job in every single way. I think what a pleasure it is, what an honor it is to go to work every day and to think about how to make teenage girls' lives better. And I think about what do they need to know so that they can have such confidence that they can walk into a room and own it. And so sometimes that kind of confidence building comes from fashion, sometimes it comes from beauty. It's all about making girls feel beautiful and confident and like they've got it, so they don't have to sit there and go, oh, how's my jacket, how's my hair, how's my everything, right? Like once you know you've got it right, you're not worried about it, you feel good about yourself, you can go out there and just conquer the world. What is hard and awesome about my job is that teenagers make me think really fast. How do I get to the next idea, the new ideas, what's happening next, what's the new technology, how am I going to reach girls here? Teenagers are easily distracted, and there's a ton of things that they could do instead of reading 17 magazine. So how do I get their attention? How do I get them to read 17? How do we surround them with this idea? How does 17 become part of their lives? And it's this incredible challenge that it's at the core of my job. That is my mission in life, is to think about how does 17 become so crucially important to them. So it's the best part and the hardest part. There are rules about how to get a job and how to be awesome at an interview. The Shoket rules of kicking ass at your interview. And so I will say these later in my speech, I will say them again. I want to tell everybody these rules so that I no longer have to say them, so that every time I do an interview with somebody, they get it right. When you are applying for a job, write a letter about why you are awesome in the world. Tell me what you have to bring to the table for my magazine. What makes you special? What's your point of view? Don't tell, yes, everybody says that they've loved magazines and that they really appreciate the publication. Why you? Write a story about what makes you special. When you finally get your interview, sit at the edge of your seat and be engaged with the person who's interviewing you. Don't sit there passively and wait for them to ask you questions and then you come up with your answer. Be prepared to say what you want to say about yourself that's awesome. When you sit at the edge of your seat, you're showing that you're engaged and you're showing that you are enthusiastic. There's nothing I hate more than a girl who sits back in her seat, crosses her legs, and waits for me to lead the conversation. That's not my job. Your job is to sit there and to wow me. Third rule, write a thank you note. Now, I prefer handwritten thank you notes, but I would take an email over a one-liner generic note any day. Whether it's email or handwritten, it needs to say something personal about what happened at the interview, about what you learned, about your perspective on the magazine, about your new perspective on the job. Not that it needs to go on for a million years, please, 3 sentences. But make it about something real and something powerful. I prefer handwritten notes, a lot of other people don't care, it doesn't matter, as long as you say something real. Those are the 3 rules to getting a job.